Welcome back to Grab Her by the Mic, the podcast for women who are slightly feral, wildly opinionated, and completely done trying to fit the script. This week on the pod, we're unpacking why I cried at an Easter lunch because of a dream, whether a capsule wardrobe is actually attainable or just something that people invented, surviving school holidays without losing your entire personality, while female friendships are simultaneously the best and most unhinged thing on the planet, and sibling love, which is just organised chaos with shared trauma and the same mum. Buckle up. Let's get into recap and rosé. Pour a glass of wine.
It's recap and rosé, the part where they relive their week like it was national news.
I put an epic pour.
Yeah. That's a large glass. You know how they ask you, is it
but if you have
large
to
or
ask,
small?
then
That's a large.
like, what establishment am I at? Russell.
An RSL.
And you had a glass of wine, but
Russell.
apparently are struggling to drink it.
I'm struggling to drink it because there's lots of stock here where I am. Obviously, I'm not in the studio, so obviously things just appear and we just drink them.
Completely healthy.
Probably not the best thing.
There's
Help
a child I
yourself.
just realised next to me. Close the door. She can't really reach the handle. Those door handles are like weirdly at tit height.
Really high. I can just reach them.
Okay, so recap and rosé. You have stock wine, just wine that you open up, or just anything that you decide this is mine now. I'm gonna have it.
Yeah, and it was probably my karma.
But it
was
looked
terrible. So Patrick's going to make margaritas instead. So hey,
I love
still
him
a
for
win
that.
for me.
Honestly,
Yeah, he's pretty good.
let's unpack the week.
It's been a week.
It has, kind of been a week.
Do you want to go first? I feel like we should do a welfare check in because we're apart.
And clearly, if anyone has, read between the lines of the intro, I don't do well when we're apart.
Yeah, the last time we saw it, we were in tears.
And there were multiple reasons for that, none of which was from anything that you did. Not in real life.
No, not in real life anyway.
So my week this week has been good. So first week of school holidays, we're kind of towards the end of the first week now. First school holidays I've actually spent with my children because I'm normally working and I'm not working at the moment. I'm unemployed. But it's been good. So we spent Easter Sunday, Monday, and the kids and I stayed Tuesday down at my parents' place. They're at a beach house down the coast, so that was good. Pretty good weather, building Lego, and spent a good day down at the beach where I sat with the kids sort of in the white wash and just like we were just having waves come and crash onto us. And there was so much sand in my togs that I did flash the rest of the beach. Like I went into the estuary to rinse out and it was just full ass crack out. And Mum was like, our neighbours are getting a show because they live kind of like on the beach almost. So all the neighbours could see that. So that was really good. Kids were good. And then yesterday I had my first full excursion that I had planned with the kids, which was treetop adventures, sort of like the obstacle courses in the trees. In Canberra, they opened something called Net World, which I have been talking about incessantly in my personal life. For some reason, it looked really cool. I saw it on Instagram. Pretty much like this big playground made out of nets in the treetops. So like it's all very bouncy because the nets have the suspension, or it's like a trampoline almost. So I took the kids down there, drove to Canberra, which is quite a big drive. And then my original best friend lives in Canberra at the moment. So we went and then spent the afternoon with her, which was lovely. And that was sort of what I was thinking about. Female friendships is quite lovely. I've got a lot of these really good friendships where I might not see or talk to them incessantly, or there might be a long time that goes past, but everything's so comfortable and confident and just settled when you see each other, which is nice. And I love her so much. And she's about to move for work and I'm very sad, but happy for her. That was really most of my week, is just spending a lot of time with the kids. Today I had a bit of a break, so we've decided to sell our electric car because it was a novated lease previously, and the crazy numbers, I told you about this earlier, is it's costing us 3 times the cost of now that it's no longer going through a novated lease. It's like an extra $750 a month. It's just, we just don't need to spend that. We don't really need a second car vitally. I can borrow one from my in-laws, which we're very lucky about. So I spent most of the day today. I just wish I went and took it for a wash. That would have been money well spent, considering I spent 4 hours meticulously cleaning. I found so many grapes under the seat. Yeah. and like just cleaning all of the chips out of the cracks and so much sap on that car. My nails hurt from just like scrubbing with nappy sand, ruining all the paintwork. But we will lose money on that car, which is always fun. But that's just life. Really, that's mostly been my week. I don't think I have any, like, you're gone, which is sad. I'm setting up a crochet wardrobe now. When I went to mum and dad's house, crochet wardrobe. James picked up his dad, I think I've mentioned this before, but races historic race cars. So he has car trailers, and you were away, so I couldn't borrow your box trailer. So I had to get my in-laws' car trailer, and we got this wardrobe that matches the side tables that are in the studio here. And it's in the craft room now, and I'm just going to like organise all my yarn and all of the labels that I have that I use for our stickers. That one time I hand cut all stickers for us because, yeah, that's life. Oh, and I also brought back a bike. So now I have a bike and you and I can go bike riding.
Yay, I'm so excited about how you have
It's a cute
bike.
little
That's
like pearl white beach cruiser with a basket and everything. It's very cute. It's from America. We bought it all the way back from the US when we lived there.
Oh, so been on a journey, that bike.
Many people have ridden that bike. I couldn't go there because it's my mum's bike, so it's just her.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, but when I was in Stanwell Park, I ran into a friend who I haven't seen for a while. Her name is Ellen. I'll give her a shout out because she's a listener. And she did comment on our Spotify, and I thought it was her, and I asked her because she's just like, I love your podcast. You guys are so funny. You're going to be big. I'm like, well, it's fucking taking forever. Like, Ellen, like, share the podcast. And also my bestie who we saw in Canberra, well, she listens, but her mum also listens and apparently just loves it and thinks I'm beautiful because of all the filters I put on our videos. Yeah, anyway, we have some people who like our podcast is pretty much what I said.
That's so good. I'm so proud because there's so many people that are starting to talk. Like Danny messaged me again today and she's like, I just want to say I'm such a fan. I know I've been on the podcast, but she's like, I just am such a fan. I just love listening to this podcast.
Oh, by the way, how was your week?
My week's been good. I'm currently sitting on the floor in the spare room at our family's, well, not my family, but Pat's family have a holiday house in Byron.
That is your family.
It is my family. You're right. We're back up in Byron. I'm sitting in the spare room because it's the smallest room and I thought it would be soundproof, but really that's the least of our trouble today, technically. But I'm sitting here in Byron. I feel so lucky to be here. I love this place. I love being here. I love the food. But I'm a man down. Like, I don't have Hamish with me. It's so weird. Like, I feel like I'm missing my little friend because I'm the default parent for him because he's a little bit more full on. I see Maggie missing him. I see Pat missing him. I'm missing him. And I know he's having the best time in New Zealand with my parents, but I feel like even when we were at the beach today, Maggie's kind of like at a loose end because she's like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I've normally got my friend here and they play and they get along really well and then they don't get along like they're typical siblings. So I'm feeling a little bit like man down. My left arm's not kind of like I feel like I've lost my left arm or whatever that saying is. I feel a bit like at a loose end. Don't really know how to feel, and I think about him so much and I want to keep ringing him, but I don't want to pester my mum because she's got her hands full with him. But, you know, I get all these updates and postcards from New Zealand and he's just having the best time, so that warms my heart.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned that your mum has taken Hamish to New Zealand considering her get rid of a dead body plan.
Yeah, no, Dad's with her. Dad is, and they're not going to Milford Sounds.
Your dad being there does nothing for me.
Well, maybe
I worry about him too. Like, she'll get rid of both.
Yeah. So Milford, no, Milford Sound. Well, everyone says that with my brothers. They're at my brother's and his partner's house in Palmerston, which is on the South Island, and they're just having the best life. He's been fishing, he's been out on the tractor, he's been digging, he's been mustering sheep and cattle. And
has he been to the abattoir yet?
No, he did say, Mum, can I go to the meatworks? And I was like, yeah, probably not.
He'd love it.
He's gone, but we're in Byron and we land and we've been to the beach and markets and beautiful food and, you know, just our usual thing out on the property here. And, yeah, I'm feeling very like I'm missing my friend a lot. Like, he's such a beautiful boy. He's a big part of our family, and I think that's what I'm missing is that he's, just not.
It's a different dynamic.
Very quiet, very chilled. Maggie reading her book. We're on the
probably
beach.
A bit boring.
It's a little bit like not boring. It's calmer. I'm enjoying the quiet time though. Like, it's nice too.
It would be like if we left Mabel somewhere. Like if we just had Noah, it would be quite calm. But for Maggie, I would imagine it would be strange because I can't imagine her having any memories of Byron without him.
That's what I mean. Like, she's at a loose end. She's like, what do I do with you? Like, so she made this beautiful friend on the beach today, actually, speaking of friendships and how beautiful and wonderful they are. This girl, whose name was Lola, had the same birthday as her. Like, what are the chances? Maggie's like, Mum, the minute I met Lola, I knew she was going to be my best friend that day. Like,
And she was calling Crystal?
No, that's the cow. That's her cow. She's got a cow called Crystal. Well, Crystal's the baby calf. Anyway, so we're having fun, and tomorrow we're off to the markets and out for dinner and just living our best life with no Hamish while we can.
Have you purchased an e-bike yet?
No, because they're honestly, your Tesla might go for $1 million because an e-bike is up there. They're so expensive.
Well, we're going to lose money on that Tesla, I reckon. Well, like,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to get what we owe on it, but in the long run, it'll be so much better. And, like, the insurance for electric cars or for the Tesla in general is insane. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I just think with the price of petrol, you might hit a market at the perfect time.
But that's why we're doing it, because I kind of wanted to get rid of it and get a bigger electric car, something a little bit bigger because I love a big car, like a year or so ago. But there's no market and people don't want to buy Teslas. And there's going to be no other time where people are going to want to buy Teslas because people don't really like them anymore.
Yeah. Well, they like Teslas. They just don't like Elon.
Yeah, but it's, synonymous.
Yeah. But otherwise, good week. Happy as Larry.
Yeah. You just miss me so much. And
I miss you.
You miss the roller coaster of emotions that comes with me on a daily basis.
Well, just the last time we departed, we were at a girls' lunch, and next minute you were like, ah! And I was like, do you want me to come? And you're like, no.
Oh, to the toilet?
Yeah. I was like, I can
I
come.
was like, she didn't come. When you go and you need to de-red your eyes, and if someone comes and goes, are you okay?
Yeah, before I left you were like, I had a dream. And then you were gone. I was like, I don't know what happened.
Well, I got hit by a bus.
Let's unpack that. Let's
get into our hyperfix, shall we?
Yeah.
Believe me, I know obsession, I invented it, but these two next level, it's the hyperfix.
Hyperfix, where we each bring an obsession we definitely should have moved on from by now. Starting with me. And if anyone can gather, it's my hyperfix this week is dreams and the meaning of dreams. Because I've been having some real, I would say, anxiety dreams in the past 2 weeks. Some are about James. Most of them are about you. I know. So, it's the ladder of importance in my life. So a little bit of background there. I had this dream, and we've spoken about it before, about dreams feeling really real and waking up and feeling mad at your partner because he kissed the barista or something like that. My dream was, and I still remember, because a lot of times you wake up and you can't remember your dream, and I've always got a notebook by my bed, which I've done this for Noah as well, because when he's had a bad dream and he can't remember it, I'm like, well, let's see if we can write it down. And if you wake up, you write it down so we can kind of like have a chat about what was causing you to have this bad feeling. So I keep the notebook on my bed, but although I remember this one because I'm so scarred by it. So it was about the podcast. It was about you and me. We were doing some sort of live show. I don't know what it was. Live show and bantering with the audience, but I wasn't having a bar of it, and I acted like a complete fool, and I just got really angry at people talking over me, and I don't even know if it was a live show or if we just happened to be doing a podcast in public. I don't know. But you were kind of like, and even my dad was there and agreeing with you, being like, what is wrong with her? Like, why is she so high-strung about this? And I was like, ooh. And then you were like really quiet, and this did coincide with we were going to record, but you were getting ready to go to Byron, and so we decided to skip that week or skip that record, and I think it all kind of the dream happened after that. So it was, little things. And you kind of said to me, look, it's just not really fitting with my brand, with my personal values anymore, the podcast. So yeah, like it's just not going to do it for me. I just don't, we're not really getting anything from it. And I was like, well, no, we'll just change the tone of the podcast. I said, here are the new colors. I'd redesigned the colors and the logo. This is how specific the dream was. I forgot about this dream until I think lunch, and I was fine. getting ready for this lunch. We were going to this Easter girls lunch at Milton Park in Barrel, which has recently been redone. So ready to go for lunch. I was fine until I walked out of the car. I don't know what. And then I got in the car and I was just like, and you guys were chatting and I just felt emotional. I was like, I didn't know why. And then I remembered the dream and I was sitting there and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just listening. Oh, do you want us to pull over? I'm like, no, I'm good. And we're sitting there and you and I were together, like we're sitting together. What we do when we always go out with a group of friends is you and I don't normally talk. We're normally talking to other people. We're not normally talking to each other because we see each other multiple times a week. We don't need to sit and talk to each other. We already know everything that we've eaten that day and what day of cycle of our period we're on. Like we don't need to. And I don't know. I think I said to you, I had this dream and I can't really remember what I said, but I was like, I'm just feeling really weird about it. And I I don't know if you remember what I said, but I was definitely being weird.
Yeah. And then you came back from the bathroom and you were like, I'm good. It's a dream. And I was like, Han, it's a dream. None of it's real. It's just,
yeah.
Don't even think about it. But I know that feeling when you really inherit the feelings of the dream. You become that situation because it's so real. I also then laughed at you because you were like, I was honored that we'd made it to like a live show. I was like, this is so good. We made it to a live show. But anyway.
I know. And you made a really good point of going, you yourself probably are feeling in a really sensitive place right now with, you know, the unemployment and the job stuff that's happening and you're feeling a little bit rejected in general. And I was like, oh, that's all it is. And then I think I cried again. Something else.
There's definitely I know that feeling when I'm unsettled or stressed. My dreams aren't about being on a beach having a tequila sunrise. No, they're about you. Your subconscious plays a big part when you are sleeping and things really rock you and you might have just gone, oh, you know, she's slowly breaking up with me because she didn't record this week and then I've had this dream.
And you took all your clothes away as well.
Yeah. Yeah, none of it's real. And I was like, I'd tell you if I didn't want to do this. Just can't do it this week because I'm shattered out of my brain. And you're like, yeah, I know, it's all good. And we were fine.
Yeah, but even when you were like, I can't do it, I was like, so totally fine. Is everything okay? How's Hamish? How's this? How did you go? Did you guys go to sushi? I was like, love me, love me, love me, love me.
Yeah, but I get that you're like that. But I think that's just an insecure. I think you need to stop.
I'm insecure in general, 100%.
No, I just think you're worried about being not rejected or just abandoned. Not
but
abandoned.
I have been.
That's right. So you think everyone that gets close to you is going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is normal. That's so normal.
My maid of honour from my wedding just fucking ghosted me.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. You just feel like that's the default and that's not what you should. I'm not. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of me that easily. It's going to take a little bit more. And I don't want to go.
Trust me. Good. I did look it up and I'm going to mute you while I just go on a rant. So dreams are basically your brain's overnight filing system. All day it collects information, conversations, worries, tiny moments that you barely notice. And at night it finally gets the chance to sort through all of those things that would be clutter in your brain. And then that sorting shows up as strange, symbolic, hyper-emotional dream scenes sometimes. The average person spends around 2 hours per night dreaming every night, and we just ignore that dream until we wake up in a cold sweat convinced our best friend hates us, which is what happened to me. Around 81% of people believe that at least some dreams have meaning, and more than 60% of people have looked up the meaning of the dream after they wake up the next morning. So it's not just me. Now, the dream I had is quite a common one that people have when I looked it up. So it's called the betrayal dream. So when you dream about someone betraying you like a close friend, it's not a random narrative. It's a symbolic journey into your deepest fears and insecurities, which you already said. They're rarely about the actual person in them, but instead they're a symbolic representation of your inner feelings and fears. This is what the internet's told me. People with attachment anxiety or histories of inconsistent caregiving, which isn't me, but I have a lot of attachment anxiety. When I moved to Australia from the US, I'm very close with my family. I had a lot of anxiety and issues at that point, and I did go and see a therapist for that, which helped me through it. And it was called attachment anxiety, so it's key to me. So people with that type of anxiety are more likely to dream about betrayal because of the underlying templates of trust that I have You know, you look at my maid of honor, which was a really good friend, and she kind of just ghosted me, and I probably did something, but I'm not really sure. And I've kind of tried to reach out, but anyway, super awkward. So I also looked up what some other common dreams are and then what the meanings are. The most common dream is people falling. 32% of people have reported having the dream of falling. Around 25% of dreams are about being chased, and 20%, and I've had this before, oh my God, I hate it, 20% about a dream is about your teeth falling out or rotting. Have you had that?
I've had that dream too. That's not a good dream. I don't like that dream.
No, because I wake up and I can feel it. And in my dreams, the teeth are crumbling and I can feel them crumbling like powder, like a sensory thing in my mouth.
And I wake up and I feel like I must have been clenching all night, or maybe I'm
trying to keep them in.
But I feel that really that deep sensation in my mouth after those dreams.
Yeah. So other than that, 12.5% of people dream about being late and 10% about being naked in public. So the teeth falling out dream, teeth are symbols of power, confidence and identity. Losing them in a dream can reflect moments where you feel exposed, aging or out of control. The same feeling you get when something slips away and you can't stop it. Also, this is a little bit more chaotic, but when I was looking into deep diving into the different meanings of dreams, in the Jewish Talmud, teeth dreams were construed as a prophecy for the impending death of a family member.
I've heard before, and it rang true. I had a dream that my bottom teeth fell out, and about a week later my grandmother died.
No crystals were involved?
No crystals. This is pre-crystal era.
And Freud, of course, said that teeth falling out dreams are about sex, because of course he did.
Yeah, of course. No worries.
The other popular one about being chased, so that rarely means that someone's actually after you. It's more often a symbol of you avoiding something you're trying not to deal with in your waking life. It could be a responsibility, a decision, or a part of yourself that you've been ignoring. Carl Jung, the other psychologist? Yeah, Freud and Jung, like they're the kind of big ones. He called these pursuers shadow figures in dreams. Oh. And they're the parts of ourselves that we're rejecting. So like guilt, anger, fear, desire. And the more we run, the scarier that part of ourself becomes. That's what Jung said.
I can relate to those ones. I have those ones. I have the teeth, the running, and the late ones. Yeah.
I have the teeth, the betrayal, a lot of the betrayal, and the falling. But when it's like at the moment of falling, you wake up and you're like, woo!
No, I have that as I'm falling asleep.
Yeah. Falling dreams often surface during times of uncertainty or emotional overwhelm, mirroring situations where something in your life feels shaky, stress, pressure, or a sense that you're not fully grounded. Is what they're saying the falling dreams mean.
Motherhood,
exactly, just life. Dreams about going back to school or being at school or sitting an exam, they're really common across cultures, just another anxiety, universal, I haven't studied for this test sort of thing. Those are the common ones. And then it started with the two dead psychologists, Freud and Jung. So Freud believed dreams were a form of wish fulfillment for people. So in a dream, you could act out all the desires that you couldn't act out in your waking life. And he thought that the betrayal dream specifically was about sex. He thought everything was about sex. But anyway. And then Jung believed dreams were the direct expressions of yourself and your mind itself. Your unconscious communicates to you through the symbols and metaphors in your dream. And he believed that there are universal archetypes and images that are intrinsic to all human consciousness, which is why people across the world have the same types of dreams. So Jung would have said to me, it's not about Philsy, your dream, it's about my shadow self. And I would have been chasing something that I don't like about myself through that dream. Modern science says that dreaming serves many functions: offline memory reprocessing, emotional regulation, cognitive simulation as well. Like it creates a psychological space for you where overwhelming or complex things that are happening in your life can come together in the dream state where they would be too unsettling in the awake state. So your mind sort of reconciles it while you're asleep. Your brain's running a very chaotic internal therapy session every night without telling you. Really. So research found that people are more likely to perceive a dream as meaningful when the content aligns with their existing beliefs and desires or anxieties, like mine, because I have that friendship anxiety. So I therefore thought you hated me. Effectively, we decide that dreams are real when they confirm what we already fear. So like I was already anxious about the podcast. I was already anxious about friendships because I just am anxious in general. So in my brain, you were the villain and it convinced me that it was true. And then that's why I cried at the Easter lunch. The dream didn't tell me the truth. It just reflected my anxiety back to me, with storyline attached. Last fact, every night a person has around 5 episodes of dreams that can last between 15 to 40 minutes every single episode. 5 dreams every night, most of which you'll never remember. So whatever's haunting you in the morning is the one your brain has decided that you needed to see. So my anxiety wasn't about you. It's just general underlying anxiety that I have. And that's just the story of my life.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my rant. I think it's relatable. It's interesting that a lot of people are having the same types of dreams.
Yeah. I mean, I'd really love you to unpack with my mum. One day my mum woke up and she was like, oh my God, I had the most incredible dream last night. And I was like, what? She's like, you're never going to believe it. And I was like, yeah, tell me. And she's like, I breastfed a lizard for 8 hours all night. Breastfed a lizard. And I'm like,
so that's
what do I say to that, Mum? And she's like, what does it mean? And I'm like, no. But now that you're sort of unpacking them, I wonder what that means. I'd love you to unpack with my mum why she breastfed a lizard for 8 to 9 hours.
I would love that.
She's like, my nipples was sore. It was raw. There was a lizard and it was latching. And I'm like, oh. It was the weirdest concept. But yeah, look, good news is it was a dream. I'm not running anywhere. I'm all here. You're running with me. I told you, we're Thelma and Louise.
Love it. We did end the night in tattoo. I've got this tattoo and let's do it right now.
Oh, did I want a tattoo?
Yeah, you said the tattoo where like we hold hands and then you get my fingertips on there. And I was like, I'll brand you. I was like, let's go right now.
I reckon we had about 900 cocktails.
I ordered 700 and he said, no, I'll give you 1 per head person. I said, fine.
Yeah, that's not fair. We may as well order them and then order the second roll straight away.
They were so slow. They were slow. So my hyperfix, totally different direction, but that doesn't mean anything. I have been trying to not buy as many clothes. I'm trying really hard. It is absolutely an epic fail because I've come to Byron and it's just, hard. But I really want to live with a capsule wardrobe. So I'm making more invested types of decisions. I'm going to buy 3 really good blazers for winter. And I'm going to buy a really good puffer jacket because where we live it's cold. And I'm going to buy 1 pair of boots that I can wear that will wear for day, for night. So try to make more intentional type of purchases rather than what I do is go, I love those. I'm going to buy those. And then ending up with 10 pairs and wearing the same pair 3 times and never wearing those other ones. So I've been trying to figure out what the winter capsule wardrobe looks like for me. So what do I want that will potentially see me through a few winters? So a good knit jumper. I'll do it for you.
What?
I'll knit your jumper.
Yeah, no crochet. I want to crochet. I also want to crochet. Maggie and I want crochet bandanas, but that's anyway.
I already made her a crochet bandana. I'm going to make her a crochet bandana with her name on it because now I've figured out how to crochet letters into crochet.
So I'm like, what pieces do I need? Do I need this? Do I need that? Oh, look, I own most of these.
You own so much though.
I own so much of these pieces. So I've done 2 purchases. I bought a pair of boots because I wear my Blundstones, and then I bought a pair of dress boots that I can wear from day to night if we go to the rugby, and then we go out for drinks that I can wear there.
I'm muddy at the rugby.
I know, and I'm going to wear a stiletto. Anyway.
What brand were the boots? What kind of boots are we talking about? Are we talking about,
look,
you said a stiletto boot?
It's a stiletto, but it's a little micro heel stiletto.
That's a kitten heel.
It's a kitten heel. And I think I was like, I'm not spending any more than $100 on these boots.
I don't think you can limit yourself when you're doing a capsule wardrobe and you want something that's going to last multiple years. I think you actually need to invest. Like, they're not real leather, whatever you bought. Like, something that's proper. I mean, I don't know what you bought. You not showed me because obviously you hate me.
I spent exactly $100. I had a $100 gift voucher in the Iconic. So I bought my boots. I bought my jeans, new pair of jeans. I got a black pair, a blue pair, and a white pair. Got rid of the rest.
You had great jeans though. Like, why could you not say that's part of my capsule now?
I had jeans, right? But I had jeans that are ripped and this and that and stuff. So I was like, I need a jean that is classy, that is timeless, where I have so many pieces that are such fast fashion pieces. So I have like a barrel leg, but that's not going to, I just needed a straight classic cut. So just things like that. So making more conscious decisions when it comes to my capsule wardrobe. I have, however, bought a pair of toe cleavage shoes.
What, like?
So there's this trend. Yeah. So there's this trend called ballet core.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a ballet flat, but between the big toe and the rest of the toe is a seam.
Oh, yeah. Was it Balenciaga that did them?
I don't know. These are not Balenciaga.
Well.
And decided that I needed those in my capsule wardrobe. So I'm a sucker for a hot, fast trend, and yeah. I have all the intentions, but the execution is horrible.
How does this feed into the side hustle shopping?
Well, what it means is that I'm not buying anything anymore. I went thrifting today and I bought nothing but 2 books for Maggie to read on the beach. That's it. Where I would normally fill a bag.
Yeah, but that's for the biz. That's for your side hustle.
Yeah, but I'm not buying anymore. A lot of my decisions and purchases in my side hustle come from, I'll just wear it, and if it sells, it sells. No.
Okay.
I'm only selling if I know that has a resale value, and I know I know when it's good and I know when it's not. I know when I'm trying to make the decision to not just keep buying thinking I can sell it on. I'm actually buying to wear or buying to sell. I have to split the two now.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my hyperfix, which is hard because I come to Byron and it's like, oh, all these amazing designers.
But then you go to the markets and there's beautiful, whimsical sort of, and you're like, that suits me now and my Byron energy.
Yeah, I bought a pair of parachute pants, which are really in it this season. So
are they though?
Yeah, nice balloon bottom pant.
What colour?
Baby pink.
That's what you want, is you want thigh-coloured parachute pants.
I just feel like I'm going to put the one that's going to look like I'm in a body bag. I could just feel like it's going to give...
You're too short. You're too short for a wide leg. I worry about a straight leg on you. Oh, no, wide leg's fine, but I worry about the straight leg jeans on you because it's, a little stubby down there.
No, but you've got to give them length. We don't cut off.
High-waisted?
We don't do a capri. As high as you can go without actually doing them up over my breast.
So are you tucking your nipples in? I love to do that.
Yeah. So hyperfixie is trying to be better at buying a capsule wardrobe. Execution at the moment, shocking, but we'll reassess in a couple of weeks and see how I'm going.
Yeah.
But I think I've just decided this so I can buy more things. I think I'm actually thinking of that.
So during this process, what are you doing with all the stuff that's currently falling out of your wardrobe?
So good description. So I'm going to have a market stall. I do Kirribilli a couple of times a year.
We spoke about having one. We should get some merch to do it.
So 6 bags. How many bags did Mummy fill?
There was 3 minus saying 6 because we were doing it near the mirror.
So -3 bags is what Maggie's saying. -3 bags?
No, she and I filled 3 and I had 4 in the garage already, full of just secondhand.
Is there anything I want?
You can have it free.
For free.
So, yeah, trying to be better at buying but making more conscious effort, and then that just fell in my cart, just had to appear.
What? Can you bring it closer? I want to have a look. What is it? What's the blue?
Vintage Art Deco ring. And a Yellowstone is a which brings money.
Is a what?
I don't know the name of the stone.
Okay, yeah, that's yellow. It's very yellow. Yeah, I don't need it closer anymore. Okay. I don't need that. I'm feeling nauseous. No. No. Yeah, my question would be about, what you're doing with all that stuff. That's great. Love the idea of the market stall.
Yeah. I also want to pay it forward, so I'll
have it.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I want to give it to a women's shelter who potentially need to give some women some confidence. There's some really good work clothes in there that I don't wear anymore. So giving it to people who might need. So that's something I think in my conscious, so you can sift through it. But of course, there's stuff there that I would like to. I know there's this when you get back on your feet and you're starting to do job interviews and you can drop all this stuff to these people and they open up your wardrobe and, you can go in and if you need to get some clothes for an interview or for work, that they'll supply those with you.
Well, there's the Pop-In locally, which is quite a good women's project. I don't think it's a shelter, but it's something similar where they support women who are going through domestic violence and rebuilding their lives post that. Hopefully they have a lot of short people going through it so they can use your clothes.
The kids section.
What book did you buy to read on the beach?
Oh, hold that thought. It's quite good actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
So many books to read from the time I had that moment at South by Southwest 2 years ago, and I bought all those self-help books and they were just sitting on my bedside table. They look pretty, but I've read none of them. I need to read again.
Okay, ready for the side quest?
You haven't even got your margarita. Patty's gone down 3 pegs.
I think he's scared to come into the bedroom.
Oh, do you want to skip the side quest this week and just call it?
We can.
We're having technical difficulties. Okay. We'll do it next week. It's one episode of
Can't believe it.
19. So we're going to skip the side quest because we're having technical difficulties. So we're going to get into the weekly manifest instead and just skip straight to it.
Weekly manifest? Great. They're doing motivational speeches yet again.
It's time for our weekly manifest where we confidently ask the universe for things we probably should have planned for. This week, we manifest the emotional maturity to not let a dream ruin a social situation, but also the self-awareness to know that sometimes it absolutely will. Okay, so this week, we manifest the emotional maturity to not let a dream ruin a social occasion, but also the self-awareness to know that sometimes it absolutely will. And the friends who love you anyway and suggest a tattoo instead of a restraining order are the ones to keep. We manifest a capsule wardrobe we'll never build. School holidays will actually survive, and siblings who know everything about us and choose to stay. You're Maggie and you're Hamey. Mostly we manifest friendships so solid that even your unhinged subconscious can't touch them. Thanks to everyone listening. This was Grab Her by the Mic. Thank you everyone for listening. Share this episode with a friend. Please follow us and rate us wherever you're listening. This was Grab Her by the Mic.
We will see
you next Tuesday. This episode was a fucking schmozzle.
Chaos Correctional. We have a situation, a very serious situation. They were wrong. Again.
You know what time it is. This is Chaos Correctional, the part of the podcast where we hold ourselves accountable, mostly because no one else will. We said some things this episode were full confidence. Turns out confidence and accuracy are not the same thing. Let's get into it. Firstly, I said that according to the Jewish Talmud, dreaming about your teeth is an omen. That part is true, so well done me. The Talmud does contain sections on dream interpretation, and teeth dreams are in there. What I didn't mention at all was what the Talmud actually is, because I said it like I say a lot of things, with full commitment and approximately 40% of the information. The Talmud is one of the most significant texts in Judaism. It's a massive compilation of Jewish laws, ethics, philosophy, and commentary from rabbis written between the 3rd and 8th centuries. Essentially, thousands of rabbis arguing in writing about how to interpret the Torah over several hundred years. It sits second only to the Hebrew Bible in religious authority, and it does, among all of that, have things to say about teeth dreams, which means I was right about the claim. I just didn't give any context as to what I was citing. And honestly, that tracks. Okay, next up. I called Freud and Jung psychologists, which is close. Technically, Freud was a neurologist who founded psychoanalysis, and Jung was a psychiatrist. There is a difference, and apparently it matters. But here's what they were actually known for. Freud, unconscious mind, repressed desires, everything about sex and your mother. Basically invented the idea that your childhood ruins you, which is relatable. Jung, collective unconscious, archetypes, introversion and extroversion, the idea that personal growth continues your whole life and isn't determined by age 5. Jung was actually more optimistic, which explains why he's so popular on Pinterest. They also famously fell out with each other, which makes complete sense because they were both the type of person who would die on every hill simultaneously. Changing tracks now. Let's touch on Philippa's ballet core. It is, as it sounds, a fashion aesthetic inspired by ballet. Think ballet flats, tulle, leg warmers, wrap cardigans, very soft and feminine. It kicked off properly around 2022, largely off the back of Moo Moo's collection that year, and has been going strong ever since. It's a whole thing, and honestly, considering I'm a grown-ass woman who loves to wear a tutu to the office, it seems right up my alley. Right, ballet core adjacent correction here. I said Balenciaga did those toe cleavage ballet flats that have just joined Philippa's apparent capsule wardrobe, and I sounded almost confident, but it was Moo Moo. The viral, slightly disturbing, showing the crack of your toes ballet flat that broke the internet, Moo Moo, not Balenciaga. They're a completely different brand. I'd like to formally apologise to Balenciaga for the false attribution and to Miu Miu for the theft of their cultural moment. The shoe is real, the trend is real, the toe cleavage is real and frankly unnecessary. I just had the wrong designer. And finally, pop in here in the Southern Highlands. I called it a women's shelter, which isn't quite right, and I want to make sure we get this one accurate because they do genuinely important work. Pop-In is a daytime drop-in centre for women and children who are experiencing or have experienced domestic violence. Based in Mossvale, open from 9 a.m to 4 p.m. They offer meals, showers, caseworker support, parenting programs and social connection groups. They're privately funded, run by volunteers and professional staff, and they fill a gap that most people don't even know exists. So not a shelter, a refuge, a place you can walk into during the day and actually get support. That distinction matters. If you do want to support them or refer someone, I've put a link in the show notes. Okay, that was Chaos Correctional. We were wrong. I've corrected it. We're not at all slightly embarrassed, and we will absolutely do it again next week. We love being held accountable. It's character building. See you next Tuesday.